Jai Sriman Narayana. Hello everyone. I'm the Pauranika. Welcome to the 71st episode of Sri Mahabharata as written by sage Vedavyasa. This is Vana Parva. One day, Dhritarashtra got depressed thinking about the Pandavas in the forest. He called for Vidura and asked him for his advice. Vidura, like Sukracharya, you're the best among learned men. You're a just man who treats everyone equally. At this moment, what should I do? What to do to make people respect me? What should we do to make sure that the Pandavas will not eliminate us entirely from the face of earth? Then Vidura said, King, among Dharma, Artha, and Kama, Dharma is considered as the most important one. Therefore, as a king, you must follow Dharma in order to protect the Kauravas and Pandavas. I can suggest a way that would alleviate your son from the stink of sins. If he follows that, he would be respected across the world as a good person. Pandavas should get back all the wealth you took from them. A king must be content with his own wealth and must not desire the wealth of others. If your son does this, he can avoid the enmity with his brothers. Pleasing the Pandavas and discarding Shakuni are the deeds to be done immediately. Remember that angry Bhimasena and Arjuna will not leave anyone alive in the enemy camp. I told you at the time of Duryodhana's birth to disown him and he would destroy the family. You didn't pay heed to that. I am advising you again. If your son agrees to it, you will have no reason to worry. If he opposes, control him and make Yudhishthira as the king again. Then all the kings of the earth will come and pay taxes to us. Shakuni and Karna must serve the Pandavas. Dussashana should apologize to Draupadi and Bhima in the Sabha. This is all that I can advise you. Then Dhritarashtra said, Vidura, whatever you spoke in this Sabha is favorable towards the Pandavas and hurtful towards my sons. The side you favor is evident enough. No doubt, Pandavas are my sons too, but Kauravas are born from me. Who will discard their own children to please others? Vidura, I have respect for you. However, you're advising me with evil intentions. You can go wherever you want. I have no use of you. A prostitute, though treated with respect, will tend to leave the owner. Dhritarashtra said so, rose up from his throne, and angrily walked into his palace. Vidura thought to himself, the Kuru lineage is ending. Then he left to the place of Pandavas. The Pandavas who started their Vanavasa at the banks of river Ganga reached Kurukshetra. After praying to the rivers Saraswati, Drishadvati and Yamuna, they started moving from one forest to the other. From there, they went south and reached Kamyaka forest. In that forest, they lived along with the animals, birds, and many sages and brahmanas. Vidura, upon facing the insults of Dhritarashtra, went to Kamyakavana in a chariot all alone. There, he saw Yudhishthira, who sat along with Draupadi, his brothers, and many brahmanas. Upon seeing Vidura approaching them, Yudhishthira spoke to Bhima. I wonder what is the message that Vidura is bringing now. Is he coming to invite us to another game of dice with Shakuni so that they can win our weapons too? Bhima, I cannot reject an invitation to a battle and a game. Then Pandavas rose up from their seats and welcomed Vidura respectfully and inquired about the reason for their arrival. Vidura told them about his conversation with Dhritarashtra. Yudhishthira, let me tell you one thing. A person who bears all the hardships with patience and waits for the right time will one day conquer the whole world. A person who shares his wealth with others will have the same people with him to share his hardships. So, ignore unnecessary conversations and focus only on truth. Eat the same food as you provide to your helpers. Such king will definitely see growth. Dhritarashtra was distressed on hearing that Vidura went to Pandavas. He regretted his actions. He was worried that Vidura's intelligence and advice would result in the development of the Pandavas. Thinking of Vidura, Dhritarashtra reached the entrance of the Sabha, cried for Vidura, and fainted. After regaining consciousness, Dhritarashtra called Sanjaya and told him to bring back Vidura. Vidura is my brother, my friend, and the embodiment of Dharma. My heart breaks thinking about separation from him. Bring him back. Bring my brother immediately. Dhritarashtra cried. Then Sanjaya reached Kamika forest and saw Yudhishthira sitting along with thousands of Brahmanas, his wife, and his brothers, like Devendra surrounded by the Devatas. He approached Yudhishthira and offered his respects, and Pandavas welcomed him and exchanged pleasantries. Sanjaya then said to Vidura, Vidura, the king is thinking about you and worried by your absence. He requested you to return to Hastinapura and expressed his regret for his actions. Upon receiving the news, Vidura took Yudhishthira's leave and returned to Hastina. As soon as Vidura arrived, Dhritarashtra welcomed him, made his younger brother sit on his lap, and said his apology. Vidura said, Raja, I forgave you. That's why I returned immediately. The followers of Dharma often favor the less fortunate. Therefore, as the Pandavas are in an unfavorable state, I might have my heart towards them. But in my mind, I favor both Pandavas and Kauravas equally. Duryodhana heard that Vidura returned to the kingdom. He did not like it. He called Dussashana, Karna, and Sakuni and said, Vidura returned. He's a learned man and a dear one to the Pandavas. We have to devise a plan to get rid of the Pandavas before he convinces my father to bring them back. If I must see the Pandavas returning to wealth, I will kill myself by walking into the water, or by eating poison, or by jumping into the fire. Shakuni said, Duryodhana, stop thinking like a child. They have taken terrible oaths before leaving and they stand by their words. So nothing of that sort will happen. If due to your father's pressure they happen to return, we should stay neutral, find weaknesses of the Pandavas and use those against them. Then Dushasana said, Uncle, you're a true genius. I support your idea. Then Karna said, King Duryodhana, we stand here to do what pleases you. The brave Pandavas will not return before finishing the promised tenure. If they, by any chance, come back, we will again play a game of dice with them and send them back. Karna's words did not please Duryodhana. He looked away from Karna with an angry expression. Karna, who understood Duryodhana's reaction, furiously said to Shakuni and Dushasana, Listen to my opinion. We are the servants of King Duryodhana. However, we are failing to do the deeds that please him to the fullest. Let's hop onto our chariots along with our weapons and kill the Pandavas in the forest. If they die, the Dhartarashtras can live peacefully. Only when they are in hardship, sorrow, and without any support, we can win over them. The people around appreciated Karna and Duryodhana was pleased. In great fury, they decided to go to the forest. Vyasa Maharshi, who with his divine vision saw this conspiracy, immediately came to Hastinapura. He ignored everyone and walked straight up to King Dhritarashtra. Thank you. Jai Sriman Narayana.